here now we are given an opportunity to find a solution. In the meantime, as our new members return to their homes, especially those in the rural areas, we urge them to work with traditional leaders, councillors, churches, and other civil society organizations, as well as their communities, to identify fallow land and demand from the government that they be assisted with tools to plow, plant, and harvest for the new season. In the past, the Afrikaner government had to combat abject poverty, assisted Afrikaners with agricultural projects, and nothing prevents us from doing the same. Government must do more and put our communities first. There is no way that we should be shy to say the state must intervene in a big way to address the backlogs and imbalances of the past. And in doing so, we must be proud that they will be using our taxes in a right way, not currently where they loot these taxes and resources left and right. So I hope then you will be going back and talk to the people and demand and identify land and make sure that the people of South Africa make use of the land. UDM for 21 years worked towards uniting South Africa from all communities in a political home for all, built on the foundation of the principles and ideals of our national constitution. To this end, we aim to address poverty and imbalances in our society, inspired by our unifying love of our country and its people. We want to set free the creative power inherent in our diversity and will cooperate with all stakeholders to ensure a quality life and individual freedom for every citizen, based on good governance and civil order, towards being a winning nation. Finally, as we receive our new members into the UDM, we say welcome to your new political home. Where you are coming from, make sure that you don't create enemies. The parties which you are coming from, those will be our opponents, but not enemies. But most of you are coming from the parties which represent the interests of the disadvantaged communities. Therefore, it should be easy for us to work together with those parties where we found that our common interests are the same. In that case, we will be able to narrow the gaps, but at times we will go our different ways. It is for that reason that the United Democratic Movement was not shy to support, for instance, the debate around the land, wherein now we have just called for other political parties, those who voted for the amendment, or rather for the review of the issue of land, that those who supported that proposal in Parliament must meet together as soon as possible with a view to have a common understanding. If we say the Constitution must be amended, yes, what should we be saying to the people? Exactly the how part must be answered by the leaders of all these political parties. We're not in this game of talking about land just for obtaining votes, and after that you sit down. And this time around, I'm sorry for the African National Congress, because if we support this issue of the land, they will have to implement some of these policies immediately, but we will all be there watching them. Thank you very much, SG, and once more welcome the new members from the branches who have just recently joined us. And I can say without a shadow of doubt that looking at the caliber of leaders and the experience, we will make a big improvement in this province. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President. Kunento ukuthi ngimenzile ngisukisa uSecretary kuphela weprovince ngalibala usihlalo province Philani Dlamini. So leli thuba ke ngizonika abezindaba emva kwabo bese nginika amalunga akhona mayenemibuzo sikwazi ukubacacisela into ezikhulunyiwe la nezinye izinto ezingakhulunywanga la but ezidinga ukuthi umphakathi nelizwe lonke lizazi. Any questions? Yes.
My name is Simpiwe Makanya from SABC News. You can just have them. Well, I've got two questions, one for General and the other one for Mr. Mbata. General, you are calling for a dialogue between different political parties on the issue of land. But I'm just interested to find out if you have any position as the party as you enter into these dialogues as to whether you support the proposal to expropriate land without compensation, and also to the question directed to Mr. Mbata, basically why have you decided to leave the EFF?
Hi baby, welcome. The United Democratic Movement did support the current debate which is taking place, wherein we are not shy to say you can't have 53 to 54 million black South Africans who have no access to land. If you think that those people will ever be economically emancipated without giving them access to land, we are wasting our time. So therefore, we support this, but we have our own approaches on how do we make sure that this project is achieved. The UDM, ANC, EFF, and I think IFP, AIC, PAC, those parties and other small parties did support the current debate, especially compensation without paying the owners of the land. But before you do that, you have to do thorough auditing. Who owns what? Why must we leave the land there fallow and we expect to pay somebody who is not using it? So it's a lot of discussions which are going to go there. We have heard the people, but let us now meet those who supported this issue of land and make it a point that when we go to Parliament, we don't differ there, and then after having raised the hopes of many in this country, at least if ANC, EFF, ourselves, IFP and other small parties support this current setup, we will definitely have a 2/3 majority to review the Constitution. We are not shy about that. Yes, sure. Sorry.
The reason why, firstly, good afternoon to you all, the provincial leadership, the national leadership, president of the union. As it has been alluded, my name is Sipho Mbata. I am joining the UDM officially today. I've been in discussion with participate in the activities of the EFF until I decided today, after a long engagement with the president of the UDM, that I decided to join the UDM. The reason I joined the UDM is because I am a South African citizen willing to participate in a legitimate politically registered party, willing to serve all South Africans with its take on the past of the poor, but most importantly, sincere with the past of the poor, not only instigating for the sake of the votes. I think it is important for all South Africans to note that there is going to be a difference as we go forward. The president has indicated the issues are getting harder. If you speak about the land, we will hear you, but what we need to hear more is the substance. Because everybody, including the settlement, did speak something about the land, but in 24 years, there was no significant movement towards the side of the poor. And we sit with vast amounts of lands, all owned by corporations, churches, government, and private individuals who are millionaires and billionaires. So we need a sustainable solution. Otherwise, we are not going to have anything implemented. We have seen so many laws, the president will tell you about so many laws, excellent laws, including our own constitution. But there is such a great distance between our people.
All right, that was the UDM giving a media briefing, welcoming some additional 200 new members to the party and also speaking at length about land expropriation. We're going to go for a break now. We'll have more on point for you at the top of the hour. Do stay tuned.
And this is a significant problem politically. So it requires a new generation of persons and a shift in mindset that is sincere to both the politicals and those who are in the administrations of the governing parties, both at local, provincial, and national. And to ask why I left the EFF for UDM. There is a greater distance between the EFF and the UDM. But that distance is shortened by the manner in which a politician becomes sincere in the issues and in the political handling of those issues. So that is the first. The second one is that I need to participate in an organization that I fully believe will be able to be measured largely on substance, on how we move the issues of socio-economic development for the poor and the majority left in South Africa. But also we need to take the greater part of what is called the Black Agenda forward. There is a great relationship between the UDM and the EFF leadership. We all know that. We were working together very well, almost on all issues in Parliament, from the beginning of the fifth Parliament. And I think the EFF benefited a lot also from the leadership of the UDM in terms of handling the ANC in Parliament. Because if you get it in Parliament and you do not know how the governing party does its tricks in managing the stability in the big house, the Parliament is the only legislative house we have, nothing else. The provinces are just the endorser of many national laws that goes and affect provinces. So if you do not know how to manage the relationship as an opposition between yourself and the governing party, you will never be an effective opposition. And I think we have appreciated that as many members of the EFF. And I think there is absolutely no reason, no controversy for a member of the EFF, in particular coming from my side. I was in the national, what we call the central committee of the EFF. And I've been there since inception, since June 18, since the ANC has been benefiting a lot on the cases and voters nationally. And the opposition parties have not been making a dent. And this is the only opportunity where the ANC in this province is going to be reduced. You can't reduce it further in Gauteng. You can't reduce it further in the Eastern. So the fortunes of the ANC must end, and they can only end if KZN is reduced to levels whereby it will not be possible for the ANC to be a governing party next year. And you can only do that by creating strong regional and provincial structures of the UDM and being able to manage well or a better election program come 2019. So I look forward. Thank you.
Ngizocela uzisho bese uyaqhubeka.
What are the plans of the party and what is the political message ahead of the next election? And the second question, UDM is currently among the senior parties that are not doing well in terms of membership. I want to know what the president will make of that assessment from general public.
First of all, the UDM is not a splinter party. It was established in 1997, and it has been there since. It has been here since then. Secondly, the UDM is growing. The fact that we can have branches from as far as Mkanyagute up to the Durban Metro shows to you that we are growing, especially in this region. The UDM has got councillors in Gauteng, in Limpopo, and so on in Eastern Cape. So it has got a national character. So as far as the elections are concerned, we are busy with drafting our manifesto. It's more or less ready. Just this past weekend, the National Executive Committee of the UDM met in Pretoria and has approved all the input which were submitted from different provinces, as well as from our national election conference, which was held last month. So the drafters now of the UDM, the researchers, are busy coming at compiling this manifesto, and the draft will be sent to the provinces so that the members who are here would familiarize themselves with our manifesto. Yes, we are growing. You can ask that question to parties like COPE and others, not UDM. If you check the last elections, 2014,
Yes.
National.
Yes.
Yes, there were only two parties which showed growth, while other parties were pointing south. That was the DA and the UDM. Of course, we are not going to count EFF because it was new. So we have been on an ascendancy route. Yes, 1997 we started well. You know that the floor crossing handicapped us in a big way because the checkbook politics led to UDM losing capable leaders, and that also denied ourselves to have access to resources. You must pray, put a nice headline there, UDM is back in Kenya.
Yes, Chief.
Okay. Uzawanikwa ama-particulars nazi members calculator na abanye basekhona basezayo madoda ingathi baphelela.
No, can I answer that? Esikwenzile uyokupresident eseke washo ukhuluma ngama-resources asikwazanga ukuzithatha zonke izimembers zethu ezindaweni, but sivumelene ukuthi uma samukele laba abazomela ama-regions wabo, we are going to have a program that will take us from region to region. So this number that we are seeing here is not the whole number of the people that have just joined the UDM, but are representatives of the regions that have come on board. Thank you.
Finito. You have the last question. Last bite. Tadi mic pa. Oh, baba makale kala skribe ngemeeting. And I want by my deadlines up.
Thank you.
Oteni? Pilile wetina beto. We base entering in your argument. No, man. Don't try and be who's all represent the ANC. We are here to launch new branches of the ANC and welcome new people. Now, Titina must be our ANC. We base entering in your don't pose the questions, this is stupid.
General, you are saying that the party has been growing since it was launched. I would perhaps wonder, you've been at the helm of the party since it was launched. Would it not be beneficial for the UDM perhaps to say, you led this party, you have been leading this party, and also through its growth and whatever that we say you have achieved, and leave the position perhaps to much younger people who can take the party forward?
As long as you have political dinosaurs which are in parliament from other political parties, one will not entertain that kind of question. More than to say, already we are grooming young people. The deputy president of this organization is very young. You will also see in our list coming to parliament, this coming next year, it will show young people. As to when will you, Wolomisa, leave? I wish you can ask such questions to Babu Masud, Mango Sut, Tabo Cyril, Nonkosazana Zuma, Bandabadala. Why are you scared to go, Wolomisa Mane, Utmagaha, Usashia Lamakaya, Namakabaza, in the parliament? So, but on a serious note, the structures of the UDM, one day will say, General, thank you for having done this. I will also indicate to them, Uti no man, I need to go and play golf now. I'm getting old. So don't worry. But try to clean the Lamanyama tribe with parties.
But mhlambe enye umlekelela mhlambe kulombuzo wakho chief. UDM since its inception has been holding its congresses on regular basis. Each and every 5 years we go to a congress. And the last one that we had was in Bloemfontein in 2015. The position of the president was also contested. He was contested, but fortunately he won. So it's not like saying Uti. Konamanya parties. I have a contest to president, but now we have got something to show Uti. Already there are people who have been contesting this position, but fortunately for him, he was re-elected. So we are not afraid. And like what he said, that we are grooming very young people, and they're very vocal, they're well known, not here in South Africa per se, but in the whole world. For example, the deputy president has been conferred a number of awards by the international community, so which indicates that the future of the party is bright and it has got a very clear future. Thank you.
Right, at the back, quickly. Yeah, almost not democrats, female and members, lose the questions. Yes, there was.
Constitutional democracy. In South Africa, out of all those 7 parties as a parliament, only 3 parties understand and practice constitutional democracy, and UDM is one of them. So, we constitutional democracy is a situation that all national putting by for as long as we wrong, is also not very well. So, ubalulekile ukuthi la South Africa ngesimo esikhona esokweba enisazokwabalisa sihlale la UDM uma uzofunda umlando we-UDM ngoba ukwenza imidlalo ye-UDM before decided to join UDM. Ugeneral way back in 1988, Transkei was already fighting corruption and thievery way back in 1988. Singalambeni ngena democracy, fighting and looting. And General can tell you ukuthi ngesikhathi thatha over umbuso waseTranskei into eziningi bathi nabengasakwazi ukuzenza nokuthi manje sintshontshiwe into efanelekileyo education nohazi bengasakwazi ukuthi bedile nalo issue ngoba ukweba lokuyinkinga, so we need to be involved. Support General. In fact, umbuzo kodwa General uhamba ngezo zenelehlale for the next 15-20 years until sikwazi ngempela ukulwa corruption and thievery kugovernment. Kumphathe kabuhlungu ngomhla 27 July uma omunye wabaholi evela lapha eMaritzburg ngendaba zakhe naye esememezela ukuthi hayi ayisuswe le-constitutional democracy ngoba iyabahlupha baphephe izinto zabo ngendlela abafuna ukwenza ngayo bese kuginyelwa enkantolo uthi akubuyele eyayenzezelo eyayikhona between 1961 and 1983 la amandla khona ayephelele ephalamende noma ungaye enkantolo okhuluma inkantolo kuphela ukuthi ngilalelile i-procedure engakhuluma ukuthi lento oyidisayidile iyo noma iyo. So kumina ngathola kuyihlalo elikhulu former #1 citizen of a country ethi asiphume kwi-constitutional democracy bese benza kwenzela lonke lento ehlala sesifunda uma ufundile amaphepha ayizona uyabona uba yiyo le ndaba ebalulekelayo. So abantu abeqomile kwephalamende akube njalo. So i-UDM out of only 3 parties in parliament is the party that practices constitutionalism, full constitutional democracy.
Okay, guys, it's our break. I'm going to see 30 questions individually. Hello, I'm Sondela from Congress. Dependable in front of me. I'm SABC, but only follow-up question on one-on-one, me, any leader here. You are welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, the Helisha back in Mike to SG.
Thank you.